like third out of my three. It's just
I
it's good. It's definitely the worst out of them.
honestly though, I feel like the arc isn't like he looks cool, but my problem with the Titan classes that we've been getting recently, like the Nemesis and mainly the Nemesis and the Arc, is that they're just like big people. You know, they're like they're just big transformers, right?
You know,
Like you
to
can't.
be fair, that's what Titans were for the longest time. Like, other than Trypticon, almost all of the Titans or whatever they were considered before have been like that, like Metroplex, Fortress Maximus,
But that's not my
uh,
point. My
other
point
ones.
is with it is like with guys like Metroplex, Fort Max, Trypticon, and like even to an extent Tidal Wave, who's coming out, who looks
Yeah.
awesome. I might have to pick him up. Like these Titans, they actually like transform into like base modes and stuff, where you can like if you're a kid, because when I was a kid and I got Trypticon, I was on the floor playing with him with my other Transformers when I was
Well,
like
and then
12.
yeah, that's the difference because like characters that turn into base, like giant figures that turn into base modes, obviously have a little more functionality than giant characters that turn into ships
Yeah, I
because you
just
can't you
like
can't fit as much into ships because unless you put into a bunch more panels, it's just gonna take up less. It's gonna take up more engineering. It's gonna be more cost, and it could take less, not take less. It could take up more space and cause either mode looking worse, just so you could have more functionality of having it actually work as a ship.
I totally get it. And I think what they pulled off with the Arc and Nemesis is really cool. But like I really hope and thank God I don't think it's happening that way. I'm really glad that they've kind of I don't want to say course corrected with Tidal Wave, but it seems like we're kind of heading back to that like fun first. You can just have a big man with a
Well,
big boat.
to be fair, the main reason they did the arc was because of the show, and they did the Nemesis to pair up with the arc.
Well,
That's really the only
they
reason why
did
they
the
did two
arc.
ships.
I don't think they did the arc to do the show. They might have done that, or they might have done it as they made the toy, and then the show was like, oh, we have to have the
Well,
arc
it was
transform.
it, well, I'm pretty sure the shows are made a little bit in advance. But like the whole thing of like a transforming arc,
Either
um,
or, it doesn't.
I'm
Yeah, it
pretty
doesn't
sure.
fucking matter. Hello, guys.
Yeah, it's
Welcome back to Gambler's Luck podcast. I am joined here with my co-host Aiden MB. We are talking Transformer toys today.
finally I'll ramble.
Because we have nothing else to talk about. Just kidding. No, we just want to. We're pretty high on Transformer toys right now. We saw Transformers 1, loved it. Have we talked about Transformers 1 on the podcast? I think we did. Did
Uh, we
we?
we we like went over. I don't want to say briefly, but we went over it during the movie rankings.
Such a good movie. I got to see it again. I feel kind of blessed. I've gotten to see the movie 5 times in theaters.
I want to see it again in theaters, but I checked and like the movie theater near me, I'm pretty sure stop is gonna stop running it soon.
Definitely. Sorry.
It fucking sucks.
Yawning. But, yeah, I got to see it with Aiden first night. Or second. I think it was the second night it was out. We got to see it
I'm
in a
pretty
big
sure it's
theater.
second.
Super fun night. I really enjoyed that whole thing we got to do. I had a blast that night. It was super fun. And then
I managed to convince my parents that my movie taste wasn't awful when I took them to see it.
what a great, just a fantastic movie. I love that film a lot. I think also the toys that have been coming out, they're pretty good. I like the Studio Series figures. I have
Yeah.
both Optimus and Megatron. I'm working on a video with them right now, so I will be a little more like I'm not gonna give you my thoughts on them because I think I do a pretty good job in the video, but I do really enjoy those figures. I think they're both a lot of fun, and it's fun. It's good to have Megatron and Optimus in the deluxe scale again. I think is a good thing.
Say so.
Yeah. So we were talking before. Dude, I gotta stop yawning during these podcasts, man. I gotta stop
Yeah,
yawning.
this is what we do for constantly doing them like at 8 or later.
Well, like I like doing them at this time just because like my mind is like cleared throughout like in the midpoint of the day, like 4 to 5. I get a little ooh, like droopy, but like at night I become a little more lively around this time, and then like because like I have to wake up and then I like hit my high at like 2, start to drop at 4.
My mind is at a constant state of always and never clear.
So
I'm either never thinking or always thinking.
I have a figure with me on the desk, and we were talking about this guy a little bit before the podcast started. But I got Swoop, Dinobot Swoop here, the last
86.
86 Swoop, the last Dinobot, unless you're not counting Slash like me because I love Slash. I want.
Well, dog, they weren't in the movie.
I
don't
have
think they're
Snarl
making-
wasn't in the movie. Okay. No.
Yes, he was. Dog, he was in there for like a frame. And
Was he actually? No, because I watched that movie. I'm like, wait, where's Snarl? I was like,
if I remember correctly, he was literally in there for like a frame.
that's hilarious. He's he?
Yeah.
But he's still got a toy before Megatron. Oh man, I'm like all over the place right now. I have this figure on my desk, Dinobot Swoop, the 86 figure. And I just want to talk about him a bit because I feel like this has kind of been a controversial one. Just a little bit. Because you have people...
Debate.
Are we going to debate? Is that what this is now?
We're here to debate. Did they fumble the bag?
I'm going to honestly say that they did fumble the bag just a little bit with this. Because...
And I'm going to say they didn't exactly fumble the bag, but they didn't succeed.
It sounds like we're like on the exact same side. Is that just me? It sounds like...
It sounds like we're not on either side, but we're also not on the same like wavelength.
Let's make this simple. I'm gonna say the figure is bad, and Aiden MB is gonna say that the figure is good, and we're gonna argue our different points, and then leave down in the comments which one you think is better. We're getting that viewer interaction. We're getting that interaction with this episode.
The problem is that I suck ass at giving my like explanations.
We're just gonna give our arguments. We're gonna give each other the floor. And then I'm probably gonna title this episode like 86 Swoop fucking sucks or something. Just to drive that engagement bait. But
so you're gonna stoop to his level, huh?
Oh, his.
He who shall not be named.
I think this is the only time I actually agree with him.
No. He went way further than you.
I can't wait for that G1 Legacy United Optimus. Oh my god, that
Dude,
looks
so good. I've heard such good things from so many people.
Except for him.
Him.
He who shall not be named. But so I think overall I have him in my hand. This is like a review. This is a live podcast review. I
got him in
my
Dynamo
hands.
right for me. I just transformed him.
You can hear those ratchets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good shit right there. So
his ratchets are like good, but they're not too clicky.
For the most part, his robot mode is good. He's got double jointed knees. He's smaller than the Dinobot, like he should be, right? He looks like Swoop. You know, the proportions. He who shall not be named think they're wrong, but he's wrong.
Yeah.
He's solid in robot mode. He's got good articulation. He looks dead on. Good detail work here. Paint is nice. The head chest looks great. But I still... It's mainly with the transformation and the dinosaur mode, which I will transform him right now. The transformation, this is what? A leader class, right? Bruh, yeah. I got this guy on the same day I got Springer, who was what? Like a retooled Voyager from Siege?
Yeah.
Bruh. Like, this feels... I'm gonna quote he who shall not be named here, but he said that this feels like deluxe engineering at a leader price point, and I 100% agree with that, because this is not it in terms of the transformation. Because, like, he pulls off some good moves here with, like, the whole chest coming in, right? But then, like, the arms just hanging off to the side, like... Which I get is, like, the classic Swoop thing. But, like, his legs, you literally just fold the feet up and then put them on the back and call it a day. Like,
I will agree with that.
You had, like, so much real estate to do something with the legs. Like, to engineer anything else in those legs. and they just said, nah, we're gonna go ahead and not do that, and we're gonna keep it as simple as possible. Which, like, simplicity is not bad. That's why I love Grimlock in the 86. He's like the master of simplicity. But this guy just says, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and just do my own thing. Bruh.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to throw my like comparison out of the water just because I realize it's like most of my like complaints I have with it are also in the Dino mode, and so it's like oh hey what good things do you have? What can you debate about this? It's just like uh, it looks nice on.
Like, the dino mode, I think from the front he looks alright. The wings are fun. I think the wings are good. I like how they kind of fold up and they get the different things going. The rockets are fine, right? But who cares? The
It's
feet.
like the Dino mode. If you hold it and then look at it from like front on or like from a top to the side, like a side top view, it looks good. But then you like stand him up on his feet or feet, quote unquote, you realize just how far back the lower portions of his leg stand
I
on
don't
his
like
back.
that. It really sucks.
Yeah,
Like, that
it's like,
really bugs me.
and I think back to like other swoop figures I've seen, and it's like, yeah, it technically most of the time they're there, but the main problem is because of how bulky his lower legs are.
Maybe, I don't know. It's just like, I just, like, you had so much stuff that you could have done with the legs. Because they're big, big, chunky lugs. And they just
Also,
sit
like
there.
to go off of that point I just made, is it just me? His feet feel so fucking big.
What do you mean? Like his, robot mode feet? His clompers?
Yeah, the
They are
robot mode
big.
feet feel so fucking big.
Well, like, I feel like Swoop's robot mode feet were big, right?
Eh.
I feel like he, I don't really mind that, you know? I'm not the biggest, like, oh, big feet bad, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's awful, but it feels weird.
He just doesn't pull off anything, like, good or interesting. The most interesting thing about the
Well,
transformation is the chest, and that's not
I
even that
wouldn't say
interesting.
he I wouldn't say he doesn't pull off anything good. I like the way that the head like goes together, and
I do kind of like that.
I don't agree with people saying like, "Oh my God, it's impossible to take apart." First of all,
No, but it
that's either
is. It's so hard. It's so hard. Like,
then
I have
that
to get the sword
then
and
that's either a
constantly fiddle with it, and
first
then
first of all, don't use the sword. I got a stress mark from doing that. Second of all, that's either a QC problem or a skill issue because it's so easy to take it apart.
it's so not though. Like, I'm trying to do it right now. Like, it's not easy to do. It's
Do you want to
that.
know what I do?
You know what I think it might be?
Uh,
The paint on the tab. I bet you it's the paint that thickens that up, and so when you put it in, or like it kind of like heats
okay,
up and kind of melts it together, so it's a
try.
bitch to do.
Okay, is the head tabbed in
Oh,
right now
that's
for you?
so hard. I just untabbed it again. It's so difficult. I did it with my nails this time, but like it's so difficult.
Well, like, dude, I can do it on my own without doing this, but if it gets like really difficult,
Oh, here we go.
what I've seen works, if you push on the back of the robot mode head, it'll push up on the tab on on the dino mode head a little bit, and it makes it easier.
No, I see what you're saying. So do that, and then it kind of makes it a little easier, just a bit, little bit. It's yeah. Another thing I just don't like about the figure are these stupid arms, man. They just sit there. They barely tab in, and they just like just get in the way, you know. And then there's like these stupid little joints that are supposed to help the wings flap, but like they don't do anything.
Yeah, what one of the joints on the arms is like stupidly like tight and they lock in both of them, and the other one is just like smooth and it's annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, this guy
I
he was
like
kind
other
of a
than that I like
mess. I feel like
other than
Swoop
that
was.
I like the wings.
I like the wings too, but I do feel like Swoop was kind of a miss, and that sucks because the Dinobots were like, you know, one of my favorite figures to collect. Every time I got a new one, I'm just sitting here like, oh yes, big clunky components just kind of smashing into each other. I
You know,
seriously.
maybe people shouldn't have gone on a tirade saying Swoop will not be should not be a Voyager.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like if this was a Voyager, I still feel like I would have been duped. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
still.
but at least then it would have been more worth the price.
That's true. Yeah, $55 for this is kind of a ripoff. Not a ripoff, but it's like kind of is. Like I'm agreeing with he who shall not be named, but where is the money going here? It's like, was that not in the budget to add some more leg transformation parts? Right? It's
The
like
money
all
is going to the money's going to all the fucking sculpting on his wings.
just the siege sculpting. But like, come on, you had so much real estate, and all the other Dinobots do crazy shit with the legs, right? Like Grimlock's tail twist, or Sludge's absolute like back, like take the back out of the Dino legs and fuck with
Yeah,
it. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like all of the 86 Dinobots take the usual Dinobot transformation and somehow invent it like even better, and then Swoop takes it and somehow like devolves a little bit.
Literally, no, literally, like every 86 Dinobot was able to exactly what you said. Take the it's like the natural evolution from the Power of the Primes toys, and then 86 Swoop comes in and says, "Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing," and then totally fumbles the ball.
It's like when people say they want a Legends figure just bigger,
That's
and then they
so
and then
what
they
this
realize
is.
and then they don't realize that upscaling a Legends figure actually has like problems.
That's exactly what this feels like. He really does just feel like a blown up Voyager. I don't know.
And speaking of Legends figures,
There we go.
um, I remember I remember everyone hating on the fucking core class Dinobots, and
I'm
I know
still hating on
everyone
the core class Dinobots.
I know everyone like really liked the Swoop. I know the core class Swoop got the most love out of all of those. But I don't want to hear nothing on that thing ever when you look at this thing.
He's not even like bad in robot mode. He looks good, but just the Dino mode, like they just totally fumbled it. Anyways, I have
I give it like
86.
6.
Well, I'm not gonna rate him because I might do a whole big Dinobot thing. So
I wanted to do that like a while ago, but then I kind of just gave up on uploading ever.
I have two big projects I'm doing after I finish Crystal Dimension. I'm going to be doing. I'm still working on that. I said it will come out. I'm gonna try to get it done here in this week and next week. But
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you posted it.
no, it's still happening. Crystal Dimension's still happening. After I work on that, I want to do two big reviews. One will be the Dinobots. The other, I don't want to spoil it, but it's Menasor. I want to do the Stunticons and review those guys. But
Yeah, I remember when I would make reviews, I always wanted to just get a set together and then just do one big review. Like I always wanted to do all the Commander class figures.
yeah, you still should
Uh,
do that. That would be a lot of fun. Um,
yeah.
I have 86 Bumblebee in my hands, and this thing is so good. Like I remember seeing the pictures of him and being like, "Oh yeah, that's good." But like having him in hand, oh my god, this thing is so good. To think that people actually liked the Earthrise one, or the Earthrise Cliff Jumper Bumblebee, bruh.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Changing the topic for two things. One is on topic, one is not. Uh, Back to Swoop real quick. But my favorite thing to do is with him is just half transforming him to put the wings out and the head up. So he's like
Oh, he's
fucking
like a dinosaur man.
yeah. Second of all,
Goofy.
did you hear about the retro releases that Walmart's putting out?
What are they?
They're like newer figures that are painted to look like the retro releases, and they're doing Bumblebee and Gears. The Gears looked great, but they're straight up just re-releasing the Netflix Bumblebee mold.
No. That figure is horseshit, and
Yeah,
I'll.
well, hey, listen for a second. But you know what this means, right?
What does this mean?
They're just completely fucking over a bunch of scalpers.
Ha! Get effed scalpers. Cause oh yeah, didn't that Bumblebee just get absolutely blown to hell?
Yeah, because they only made a limited amount for each store.
I don't get it. It was such a bit like it was terrible. I'm sorry. I I never bought that Cliff Jumper or that Bumblebee. I am in agreement
I
with
love the
he
bug
who
fight.
shall not be named, but I straight up hate those molds. Like You
I
are
like
telling me, the only way you could have, like, figured out how to get that backpack is to just fuck it and put it as a parts forming piece? No, you're bruh, come on. I know you could, because look, it's right here. I have it in my hands, and look, oh, the backpack just folds in, and oh, look at that. It looks great. Yeah, like, no. Come on, bruh. What a disappointment those figures were, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I was never a fan of them. They were so... I hate parts forming unless it's, like, on a combiner. I feel like if it's on a combiner, it's a little bit more, like, I get it, right? Because it's a combiner, right? Like, Menasor.
Unless you're fucking madmen like MMC.
Unless you're MMC and you have infinite money to throw at a combiner, right? Which Hasbro obviously doesn't, but, like...
I've transformed their fucking hotspot like a shit ton of times, and it still feels like, how did they do this?
Infinite money, no budget. I kind of love the I know this is completely just like out of left field, but I kind of love the Toxitron / Laser Prime / Scourge mold. I kind of love it, like the Legacy mold. It's like it's kind of good. I really love the transformation though. Right?
Wait, the laser. Weren't you hating on that thing like a month ago?
Was I hating on Laser Prime?
Yeah.
I don't remember hating on Laser Prime.
I'm like 90% sure you're hating on it just because it got too many re-releases.
I definitely do think it got too many re-releases because it like no one was buying the Laser Prime. But the mold is good. I like the mold. Oh no, I was talking about the Target one.
Speaking of re-releases,
the Target one. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. No, I remember now. I still think it's because you see, if the Target one was the Volvo, because like I saw it in the store, I was like, oh, it's the Volvo Prime. I'm gonna buy that, and then it was the Laser Prime. I got really sad. Like, damn. But
yeah. Speaking of re-releases, I'm gonna go. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not going off topic, but I am changing the topic. Can we talk about collabs real quick?
Oh, yes, we can talk about collabs all day. Oh, you know I've been waiting for this shit.
Okay, so
throw them at me, boys. Throw them at me.
Have you seen the past, I think, 3 collabs now?
I've seen 2 of the 3. Are we talking, so the Godzilla, the Naruto, and the Monster Hunter? I've seen those.
Yes, I think that's it. There might be another one.
Dude.
But yeah.
I was literally about to pull my hair out when I saw the Monster Hunter collab and the fucking Naruto collab, and I'm like, what did they do to the King of the Monsters? They screwed him over. My boy got screwed over.
Well, and you want to know something that I've noticed?
What's that? What's up?
The Naruto and the Monster Hunter collabs were done by Hasbro.
Oh,
the Godzilla one
were done by
Takara.
What's up with that? I think maybe it's because they're Japanese. Is it like that? Maybe like Toho's like, oh, we're gonna trust you more or something. Do you think it might be that?
It might be that, but whatever it is, it means Takara fucking cheaped out.
Dude, you think they cheaped out? Oh my god, dude. Is this the first time Hasbro did a better job than Takara, like, ever? Because that Monster Hunter figure is looking really cool. I might buy that. I really like the Rathalos, and Rathalos Prime looking kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like, legitimately, the Monster Hunter collab looks really fucking good, and as someone who could not give 2 shits about Naruto, I can't lie, I really want that Naruto figure for the little guy. I want it for the little guy, and because the effect parts look pretty dope.
I will bully you so hard if you buy that. But anyways,
why?
I'm so glad we can agree on this. I hate that Godzilla collab so much, man. It's so obviously like phoned in from Takara. Like they're just like, oh, get the dinosaur, right? It's like, come on.
For his 70th anniversary, nonetheless.
I had an idea. I was like, what if they went big for it, right? What if they re-released Trypticon in Godzilla colors? How fucking cool would that have been, right? Like, come
look, that would be cool. that would be going a little too all out.
But it would have been so. It's his 70th anniversary. It would have been so cool. That shit would have flown off shelves, dude. People would be
No, okay,
snagging that shit.
hey. I know that Godzilla fans and Transformers fans do not have financial consciousness, but still, that is a fucking Titan.
200 bucks. No, no, it wouldn't even. You no. Would you buy one?
It'd be
Yes, you
like,
fucking would.
hey, look, I would buy it, but that'd be 200 plus the fee for the fact that it's a collab. That'd be at least 250.
Well, no, technically it wouldn't be because when Triptychon came out, he was only like what, $100?
Yeah, but Titans are 200 now. That's gonna
Now
cross
they are,
over.
right? So
Yeah, but it's gonna affect it.
if you were to properly inflate it, which I don't think it would be double, right? I don't
It
think
would be.
it would
It
not.
would be.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it
it would
would.
double inflation. I don't think it would be.
Yes, it would.
But still, you could still be looking at like $220, and even then, that
It's
would
250.
still be better than $400 that he goes on for Amazon. That motherfucker is like, last I checked, like a few years ago, he was $400. That's fucking insane. So people
See, at
obviously
this point,
want Triptychon.
if someone wants a Triptychon, I'm pretty sure they have
Good
them
luck.
at this point.
Good luck. If you want, like, you want a Triptychon, right?
I mean, it'd be nice to have, but
Exactly.
I'm not paying that much.
Exactly. It's like you can't get them. Like, so re-releasing them in Godzilla colors would be so fucking cool, man. It just feels like such a miss because like Triptychon, or if you can't re-release the Titan class one, then redo the G1 Triptychon because that's not even a bad toy. That's a good
I don't know if
figure.
they'd read. I don't know if they'd do the G1. I actually no, yeah, they would
The
because I forgot they've done.
G1 still holds up today. It's a good ass toy. I'm not even lying.
If they would reissue fucking G1 Soundwave for a J Balvin collab, I
Dude,
think
they
could
did
do
the
that.
G1 Constructicons for a fucking Tonka collab.
Oh, dude, I
You
forgot
remember about
that.
the Tonka? Yeah, like G1 Triptychon for the Godzilla collab would have been fucking awesome. And Godzilla colors, like, come on. It's such a missed opportunity, man. So we get 86 Grimlock again. Ugh. Like, I like
I
that
never thought you'd be
figure.
complaining, but I was going to say, never thought you'd be complaining about 86 Grimlock.
Like, I really love that figure. That figure is one of my favorite figures I own. He's easily top 5. I love him to death. He is so fun to just flip back and forth, and all the pieces are just like clinky clonky, and he takes like 5 seconds to do. But the complexity still feels like really, like he still feels complex, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I don't want a nut, like, I just want Grimlock. And maybe, like, a repaint of, like, you know, just, some of the repaints are valid. Like, I don't really like the G2 one, but I do like the Marvel one. The Marvel Comics one is good.
Yeah.
Like, some of them are valid, but then others are just like the Godzilla ones. Like, what were you smoking, dude? Come on.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh yeah. We were talking about 86 figures, and you brought up the fucking Megatron that they're making. Have you seen the New Age Romulus?
the what? I heard about something like that. Hold on. I think I saw that on Prime v Prime, right?
Yeah, it's so New Age, the company that is primarily known for making Legends figures.
Megatron.
They're making a chug-scaled Megatron to go with 86 Prime.
This reminds me of what's it called
Yeah.
when Zeta Toys put out that fucking one thing. Remember that shit when they put out the Unicron during HasLab's official Unicron campaign?
Oh
And
yeah.
it got fucking cease and desist. That's what that reminds me of. That's funny.
The difference is they're putting this one out before.
And they don't suck. No, that does look really cool. I would definitely be buying that. Do you know how tempted I am to just drop like $150 on that Optimus Prime? I'm so tempted, dude. It looks amazing.
Dude, my patience keeps growing thinner and thinner as I wait for 86 Optimus to
I
come out.
know, dude. I'm like, I gotta have it. I am currently in the process. Tomorrow, I am going to be copping, as the kids say these days. I'm going to be copping a special figure, very special, that I've wanted for a very long time, and I'm finally getting my greasy little grubbers on it.
And are you able to disclose this figure?
I am not able to disclose it. I will. Yeah, I'll text you it because I don't want. This is gonna be so greedy, but I don't want to say it on the podcast, and then I wake up tomorrow morning and I don't see the figure that I want in stock. Is that?
I don't think that many people will watch in time.
I'm not taking the risk. Set. I'm like, I am waking up. First thing I'm doing is ordering these figures tomorrow.
Look, I know you got like 1,000 subscribers, dude, but I don't think that many people will watch it within the hour to be like, aha. Okay, let me say that again. I don't think enough people will watch it in the hour and have that much of like a dickheadedness to buy it.
I don't know, man. This is the internet we're talking about. I don't know, man.
You think some guy's just gonna stumble across this and be like, here, I need it. I need
this guy. Let me just get all 9 that are left.
You want this? Beg.
I was just like laughing like squirting my tentacles. Alright, I sent you the DM. Do you see it? You see it?
Alright, let me see.
I just noticed my cursor has been in the screen the whole time. No! Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, that guy, though. I've wanted him for a couple of years now. A decade.
Dude, I've wanted that thing for so long. You're gonna have to tell me everything.
A decade? I've wanted that figure for a decade. And I can't wait. I can't wait to get it tomorrow morning. And I don't care as much about this figure. I am getting the APC Toys RC. What is it? Angel Engine? That's a stupid name. But, yeah, I'm getting that as well.
That sounds like something you'd call her.
Probably. Actually, yes. Get ready for a review on that. It's probably going to be comparing her to the Legacy and me just absolutely bullying the Legacy one for a solid, 40 minutes. Because, can we talk about the absolute fumble they did with Prime?
Okay, before we go into that, I remember at literally midnight, one of my friends messaged me, and I thought it was you because they sent me a message, and this person barely knows anything about Transformers, and they just sent me a message and said, "Hey, would you fuck RC?"
Are you sure that wasn't me?
Yeah, and I just said, why are you suddenly asking this?
The episode,
also, which one?
The title of the episode is gonna be "Would you fuck RC?" It's like I'm sitting there on the Impulsive podcast. I'm just like, oh, time to show her to the world for the first time. I open the blanket up to reveal my child, and instead I grab a Lunchly and I just show it. But instead of a Lunchly, it's an RC toy. It's Angel Engine. Use promo code Logan Paul.
But yeah, they're talking about Prime RC, and then Prime, and then I responded with a hell yeah,
hell yeah, brother. I just rewatched all of Prime, actually. I just rewatched all of Transformers Prime, including Predacons Rising. I actually watched it. It was bad.
Yeah. Where did you watch it from?
YouTube. The whole thing, everything's on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
The whole show's on YouTube.
Don't give money to the corporation.
The official Transformers, so I was giving it to the corporations.
Oh, I just watched it from some random dude who uploaded it.
That's so real. I did watch the 86 movie, which is all on YouTube. And I just...
Oh, wait, yeah, hold on. What was the dude's name who uploaded it?
But I really liked all of Transformers Prime. I thought Predacons Rising was a little weird, but I mean, I really...
Yo, can we get a shout out to Neil James, 1982, who uploaded the entirety of the 1986 movie?
Dude, there's 100 people that have uploaded the entire movie.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I've heard other people say that.
But, no, I really liked the first 2 seasons of Prime, and then I thought Beast Hunters, that's the one I was thinking. And I guess to an extent, Predacons Rising. I think that they were both a little weird. Just just a little. I do love
Yeah,
Predaking though. Oh my god, Predaking is so cool in that show. But
fucking love him.
I fucking love Predaking. No, I hadn't heard his voice in literally like 10 plus years of my life, and when I heard him
Took
talk
me
for the
that
first
long
time
to rewatch
again,
it.
yes, it literally has. The first time I heard his voice again after like 10 plus years, and he sounded like I don't even know how to describe his voice. He sounded like Jack Black's Minecraft Steve. I kind of laughed. I'm like, wait, I thought his voice was deeper. For some reason,
Oh wait, yeah, hold on. I'm thinking in my head, and it sounded like deeper, and then he said it sounded like Jack Black's Minecraft Steve, and then like I was like, oh wait, no, yeah, it does sound like that.
re-listen to his voice. He really sounds like a goon. He sounds like a straight up goon. I mean, I got used to it after a bit. I'm like, okay, but like no, the first time he says like the whole "no, bury this in your spot," literally sounded like a goon.
I'll bury this in your Spock.
Nope, you're still too deep. You're still too deep.
I'll
He
bury.
sounds like RC. Somehow RC has a deeper voice than him.
Hold on, let me look up the clip.
But I was gonna talk about, since this is all about Transformers toys and like modern and pretty much just complaining about Hasbro. That's what it has turned into. Originally, this wasn't supposed to just be about complaining. It was originally supposed to be talking about the evolution of Transformer figures. But now it's complaining time. So we're gonna complain about how they handled Transformers Prime and Legacy, and they just fumbled. They really fumbled. I like hard, man. I think the best one is probably Cliff Jumper or Bulk. But like it
The
just
stripper is really good.
he looks fine. He's still G1-y, but he looks fine. He looks more evocative of the character than RC. Like, cause I have the RC, and every time I go to transform it, I'm just like, this sucks. It's such a like frustrating transformation. Speaking of frustrating transformations, we will talk about Gamer Edition here in a second. But
Okay, hold on. I heard a clip. His voice definitely isn't that deep, but I wouldn't say it's like RC's voice.
it's pretty freaking. I don't know, man. Pretty high pitched. But
It's just higher pitched than you'd expect.
it's. I just got a ping on Discord. Sorry. I do not like the just the yawning. I don't like the yawning. Oh my god.
Just stop, huh?
We are so professional. We are the most professional podcast.
Yeah, that's why we get like 20
Logan
views
Paul
per
has
video.
Logan Paul ain't got shit on us.
Yeah, bro, he has a wife and child.
He has a wife and child and Lunchley. He's got a wife, a child. Who cares about that one? He's got Lunchley and Prime. Lunchley is his wife and Prime is his child. No, Prime is his wife. Lunchley is his child, because without Prime there wouldn't be Lunchley. So,
How do you fuck that?
stick your dick in the bottle. What are you talking about? Yeah, call me the Prime Demon. You ever heard of the jar tactic? You ever heard of the jar tactic? Okay. This is going off the fucking rails. Legacy. So Legacy is wrapping up. Let's talk Legacy, because it's wrapping up. We're on our third
Yeah, it's
trilogy.
what on the final wave?
Final wave. I think, yeah, we're on like wave 5. Final wave of United. What did we think of Legacy? What did we think of it? Let's just start there. I'll kind of ask you questions.
Very good.
Okay. Yes, I do agree. I think Legacy had some bangers in there. I think for the most part, like everyone who was G1 was so solid. Like, I think Blitzwing, I've kind of come around to him. He's fine. Blitzwing is fine.
I would like him a lot more if one of my parts wasn't like pinned in wrong and it's actively breaking the more I mess with it.
That's really frustrating. I think Menasor was overall fine. I'll talk about it more in a video. But
Menasor, the thing is, it's like Drag Strip was good. Wild Rider is just like breakdown.
The thing is with them. I'll let you finish up, and then I'll finish what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Drag Strip and Breakdown are just like, you never take him off the feet. Once you put him on
You mean
Dead
Wild
End,
Rider and Breakdown?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Dead End. Dead End's pretty good just because of the fact that he shares tooling with fucking Dragstrip. And then Motormaster, his actual figure is all right, but everything he comes with to make the actual body of the combiner is what sells him as a commander. And then the actual combiner itself is probably the best combiner they've done in a while. Because face it, the Combiner Wars combiners were not that good.
I do have to say that I agree that I think he's better than the Combiner War combiners. I think they all kind of shit. Not gonna lie. I have Victorian, so
I
there's
have
my
G2. I have G2 Superion.
yeah. I don't think they're very good. They're not bad, but they're not good.
Yeah.
They're definitely a step up from that, but like. And I will talk about it more in the video I'm planning. But honestly, I've come around to Wild Rider and Breakdown. Because instead of opening up their backpacks, right? You know what I mean? Like the card hood,
Yeah.
opening up the backpacks. Instead of doing that stupid shit, keep the backpacks closed and then fold the hood down, and you
Wait,
get a more enjoyable figure.
that's not really my problem. I guess okay, my main problem is some of their engineering and their QC. Now I get QC doesn't affect everyone, but it's affected mine like a decent amount. Um well, I guess one of them because of how some of their engineering is, it can be a pain mainly with the backpack shoving it through the clear plastic and then with Wild Rider some of his joints are insanely fucking tight to the point where like it literally feels like you're going to break him by moving him. Um, and by tight, I mean like it's tighter than some ratchet joints.
Okay, okay, okay.
Um, and fucking breakdown. Granted, this is less QC and more just a problem that most of them have, but they painted all the way into the five
The
millimeter
ports,
holes.
the ports for a
Yeah.
Venusaur. Yeah, yeah.
So the first few times that I plugged him in, I legitimately thought I was going to break him when I was trying to pry him off.
I do remember that. The
Um,
way you do it though is nice and slow and gentle. On the two parts, you kind of just
yeah,
pull
well,
them off.
it also hurts my fingers enough because it's
Yeah,
kind of sharp.
but
I tried to scrape off as much of the paint in there as I could, but ended up just leaving a mess. So I kind of just did it enough times that it goes in. It doesn't come out smoothly, but it at least doesn't break.
yeah, I have that same. It's not an issue. It's more for. I'll talk about it in a video. I'm working on a few projects right now, but I do slightly agree. What I don't agree with is that this isn't really what I want from combiners, but I'll get to it.
Yeah,
Um,
well, to be they you can't really do Menasor any other way just because of how they fucking animated him.
It's not even about how they animated him. Even
It
looking
is.
back at the G1 toy, right? Say you want to do Motormasters just the cab. What the fuck do you do with that trailer other than making it the combiner parts?
Well, yeah,
Right? It's like
okay. Motormaster is like notoriously one of the fuckiest designs that they've ever
so
done.
fucky.
Not
It's
because
so
not
weird.
because it's a bad design, but
Whack.
because there's no way that can work. The only reason it worked in the G1 toys is because the G1 toys were
We're tiny.
notoriously heavy. No, it's because they were notoriously heavy on parts forming. The only difference between the combined mode and the robot mode for Motormaster was that he wore a mask.
No, he had blackjack on him. Remember that little car?
Yeah, well, like that's a chest plate.
And a crotch
He wore
piece.
okay, so he wore a mask, a chest plate, and a crotch piece.
Yeah.
He wore armor.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
it.
Um,
His robot mode changed nothing. So literally, when you have to animate that, they don't know what to do with the fucking trailer because his trailer didn't detach.
yeah, his trailer. So like the thing with Motormaster is right, like he just like fucking he is the whole truck. So you have a problem where
Yeah.
he's supposed to be a big rig with a trailer, but he's like 1/4 the size of Optimus fucking Prime as a toy,
Yeah.
right? So as a toy, he's supposed to be the same size as Optimus, but yet he is a fucking tractor trailer with a whole trailer and What do you do with that, right? This whole
And then
situation is
you
fucked.
and then you have the fact that the arms and legs are literally just cars. They just plug onto him and then
Yeah,
they're just cars.
literally, literally.
Sometimes Sometimes the arms will have elbows, but other than that, they are just cars. So then you think like, okay, well you don't have to like shove them on platforms. Well then it's like, okay, the cars that they chose, unless you make them stupidly fucking big, there's
Or
literally no
literally.
way to make those like regularly proportioned arms.
Or
Like
if we want
look at
another Combiner Wars on our hands, God, please
yeah, it's
no.
like Combiner Wars Menasor is notoriously shit, and it is
Fucking shit.
like granted it is also because of the fact that Combiner Wars try to retool everything, but it's also because of the fact that Motormaster doesn't work like that.
Dude, it's just the whole like I'm so worried about what they're gonna do with Devastator and Superion and apparently Bruticus. Apparently they're doing 3 next year. Did you hear about this shit?
Yeah, I was the one who told you that.
We're getting Age of Prime Swindle, right? We're getting an Age of
Yep.
Primes we're getting 86 fucking Devastator. We're getting
Yeah.
uh
Apparently the next 86 Commander is supposed to be Hook and Long Haul in a 2-pack.
they're gonna have some shit with them, I feel like. Or their engineering is gonna be so good that it just carries everyone.
See,
Fingers crossed.
I'm really see I'm conflicted because they're either going to like go off because okay, it really depends. It all depends on if that commander rumor is true because it is, from what I understand, it is from a listing, and those listings are usually true, but you always have to hold it on a grain of salt just in case. Now, if it does end up being true, then I want to give it the benefit of doubt and assume that it has higher engineering. But as we saw with Motormaster, they could include extra parts. Now, granted, Motormaster was like the whole fucking body,
The thing is,
but
though, here's my counterpoint to that.
yeah,
Where are they gonna put the extra parts? Because with Motormaster, like I get it because Motormaster is the cab, like he is the cab now and just the cab, right?
yeah,
While Menasor is basically the cab and the trailer, right?
yeah,
There's no getting around it, right? Like you can't do it any other fucking way. That's the only way you can do it, right? Is you
yeah.
have to
Well,
have that trailer as extra
and
pieces.
what I'm thinking is like they're probably going to do a Combiner Wars. Granted, a little bit better, but they're probably going to do a Combiner Wars situation where they have Hook and Long Haul actually be the main components and actually have them hook up the other two components, or not other two, like the limbs. But they're probably gonna have all the purple armor parts be parts forming
I was gonna
and
say, I
become
think
like
we've all
weapons.
accepted that, like the purple chest and everything else, like you can't build
Yeah,
that
it's like
in. You gotta have that
De-
shit be parts forming. Like I think we've all
Devas-
agreed.
Devastator. Devastator is like this one. Devastator and Menasor are like the two hardest combiners to actually do without major fucking parts forming.
Yeah, I agree. Or Bruticus too, but MMC exists, so I
Uh,
can't say anything.
Yeah, well,
Because the
okay.
thing with
It also
Onslaught is
depends
a
on the price.
fucking. He's just like a long ass truck. So with
Yeah,
Onslaught, you can just do whatever you want with that.
it also depends on the price point. Look, when you say MMC did like Bruticus well, you also got to remember altogether that was like $600.
Also, no budget, infinite budget. It's just
Yeah,
infinite budget because it's a third party and they don't follow the rules.
no budget, unlimited budget.
Unlimited budget, literally. But like, I am worried about Superion. How are they gonna pull that off? Do you
Dude,
remember the Combiner Wars? Silverbolt. You have him.
yeah, I was gonna say. Well, see, the thing is,
uh,
Combiner Wars Silverbolt was the best combiner torso they did.
it wasn't good
Like,
looking. No, I'm just talking about like the jet mode and the
oh
robot.
yeah,
Like
no,
how much
well, okay,
they sacrificed everything for that combined mode.
yeah. Well, you also forget, like, hold on, how long ago was Combiner Wars?
2016. You're gonna feel
Okay,
old.
that's what I thought.
You're gonna feel
Well,
old.
I wasn't really collecting them around then.
Neither
I
was
got like
I.
one or two. But yeah, pretty much it's like, first of all, it all depends on how they're going to do it because like as we saw with Menasor, partially did the whole Combiner Wars system with the legs, but that was only to do a fucking base mode.
That's not even the same
Or not a
system.
base mode. Did he do it?
He
No.
does have a base
No.
mode, but it sucks.
Well, yeah, he did do a base mode, but he also those are there also so he can transform into the trailer. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I like with Menasor, I get it, but what are they gonna do with Superion? Good
Well, see,
fucking luck. Like,
I don't think they should get rid of the Combiner Wars joints because a lot of Power of the Primes was not that good. The Combiner Wars joints, why did I say Power of the Primes? A lot of Combiner Wars was not that good. The Combiner Wars joints were actually some of the more solid stuff. It was good joints. It gave a decent amount of articulation, and they held up decently well.
the thing I've
Uh,
noticed with the Combiner War joints is that it's not really even the joints that are like letting the figures down. It's more like just the solidity of the figure overall. Because I feel like
yeah,
the joints are fine, but like when I'm trying to move the joint on like the hotspot mold with Victorion, um,
yeah.
it will usually just like take the whole like pecs with it, right? And just like
Yeah.
start tearing pieces down, like not, but like
Well, and
separating the parts and stuff, and it becomes kind of
that
nuts.
also feels like because they put a little bit too much solidity into the Combiner Wars joints and not enough solidity into like the actual like chests or other parts that are being held together. So
I agree with that.
it,
I do agree with that. I
it,
do.
it's like they overdid the joints.
I just don't see how they're going to be able to do a combiner of Superion without doing extra parts. Like, I feel
Well,
like
see, the
Hasbro
thing
combiners
is,
are either stuck to shitty, shitty Combiner Wars type figures, or they're stuck to Menasor, where they have to use a bunch of extra pieces to make the combiner happen.
well, see, my main thing, the thing I always think about when when I think of Hasbro doing combiners, is the arms because like torsos, they figured out how to do torsos. Yeah, some modes suffer, but we're at a point where they figured that out. Legs, you just fold them up into a fucking brick. Um, but arms, how do you get the joint in there? How do you give him an ab crunch and shrivel up the feet, or do what Combiner Wars did and do you fucking extend it to where it's the fucking hips and the knees? Um, I want to know how they're gonna do the arms because like my biggest issue, which I know this isn't like a way smaller size class, but my biggest issue with the core class, Volcanicus, is the arms. Those things suck.
Honestly, I'm more concerned about the legs because with like the Combiner Wars legs, they suck. They're just like fucking little
Well,
little shit stumps, especially the car ones. They're just
oh,
like
okay,
little
okay. Here,
flat
here, here.
shitty stumps. It's like
That's the fault of the feet. The feet and the
that too,
hands.
yeah.
The problem is that they tried to get the feet and the hands to be interchangeable, so no matter which one you did, you could always do it, which they fixed in Power of the Primes. Granted, it didn't fix good enough, but they at least
Doesn't the power of
tried.
the Prime's hands like suck ass?
Yeah, because they gave it two fucking thumbs. Um, and there's more. That's just what I remembered. Um,
Why? Are
but
they
yeah, so pretty much
high?
like hands and feet, they're gonna have to give it separate hands and feet. They're not gonna be able to get off easy like they did with Menasor. I just hope that they're gonna fucking abandon the power of the prime feet and hands.
Superion, I guarantee you they will. Like, come on. We're
Yeah.
so far past anything from Power of the Primes or fucking, stuff like that. We're so. I feel like we are so far beyond that type of engineering and figure design, that philosophy, right? Like, I'm holding
Well,
on my desk a fucking $25 perfect Bumblebee figure. Perfect. Better than the masterpiece. Perfect toy
yeah.
in my hands. And I mean that shit. Like, this thing is perfect. Literally. Like, they did it. They did it, man. This thing is so good.
For once in their life, they did it.
I cannot stop messing with this Bumblebee, and I cannot wait to get that Optimus Prime because, oh my god, that is going to be so much fun to play with. But there's one more thing I wanted to talk about, and it was this is a big one for me and you because we are on record saying that we have Age of Extinction as our guilty pleasure movie, right? So I'm
Yep.
going to ask you a few questions here. One, you
Okay.
know about the Knight Optimus Prime, correct?
Yeah.
You know it's going to be a Leader Class Studio series, right?
Oh, wait, really?
It's going to be a Leader Class. Yes, that is the rumor.
Holy shit.
Now that I've told you this exciting information, what do you want to see from this Leader Class Knight Optimus Prime?
I want to see it not be shit.
Well, obviously they're going to do that. We've seen the progression from the first edition, which was fucking trash, to the Leader Class, which still sucked, but was an improvement in certain ways. Then the Voyager Class, which was getting there. We're like, okay, we're like on the verge of greatness. This Leader Class
This,
is going to be amazing.
it better be, otherwise they're gonna have to put me on fucking suicide watch.
Dude, they're gonna make this thing like you remember the Galvatron, right? What a glow
Yeah.
up! What a fucking glow up! That Galvatron is really good. This Knight Optimus is gonna be next level, and they're making it a fucking leader. The engineering is gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Like it's like I am so excited for this thing to have just the most batshit wild engineering of all time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I'm seriously. I'm shaking for this toy to come out or get released or get revealed. It's gonna be tough shit. It's gonna have the shield. I would love. I know this is a lot. A transformable mouthpiece. I know that's a lot to
Oh,
ask, but fuck, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Because that scene from Age of Extinction where the mouthpiece goes on is fucking rad, right? Like the whole like, right? That's cool as shit. I would love to be able to do that with the figure. I don't think we're going to, but it would be cool. But yeah, I mean, I am super excited to see what Hasbro has to offer in the future, as well as third party 3P. We respect 3P, but mainly Hasbro, especially with all these announcements. The Age of Primes. We're getting the 13 Primes.
dude.
It's gonna be awesome. We're getting like
I wa-
Soulless Prime, which I can't wait for.
give me my TF1 Megatronus figure.
Yes, TF1 Megatronus is badass looking, dude. Now that's the
Dude,
Fallen.
I remember seeing someone post that with how big they are, if they made figures of them, they'd have to be like fucking commander scale.
They'd all be just commander classes, except for like Soulless,
Imagine
who'd be like a Voyager.
and
Micronus and
fucking
Solus would be like
yeah,
the
my
Voyagers.
but
Onyx would be a
imagine
fucking leader because he's a no, he'd be a like more than a commander. He'd be like a combiner because he's the first commander.
imagine imagine like 10 commanders and
Fucking
three
cool.
other guys.
That'd be fucking awesome. That would be so cool. Well, they'd have to be commander size. That doesn't mean they have to all be commanders. You know, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Just make them leader classes and call it a fucking day. Because the engineering is
Leader
more like
plus.
the engineering doesn't have to be commander because they don't turn into anything. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Like they don't have an alt mode, so just fuck it. And, except Alpha Trion, he has an
Yeah.
alt mode. But yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
am excited for Studio Series. We get more Studio
Spe-
Series Transformers 1 stuff. It's gonna be fun.
Speaking of TF1, I have one more thing before I don't know. Are we close to the end?
Last thing, and then
Or
we'll
are
call
we?
it an end. We'll call it a night. Yeah.
All right. So, do we? Are you aware of our local TF hype guy?
Who is our local TF hype guy?
Uh, I worded that weird. He's literally called TF hype guy on Twitter.
Our local I am not aware of our local TF hype guy. Is he just like a guy who sits on the corner of the street holding like a sign up?
No,
He's a
okay.
crazy
Look,
person.
no, I worded that weird. But there's this guy on Twitter who has been literally he has been doing Paramount's marketing for them and has been promoting
Oh
Transformers
my
1
god, this guy.
like crazy.
I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about now. Yeah, yeah. That guy just
So
does a better job than Hasbro's
yeah,
marketing
so
team.
you've seen how much he's been promoting this movie, right?
I have seen that. Yes.
Apparently, I just saw this while scrolling through something while we were talking, but apparently, he got acknowledged by Hasbro and they sent him a bunch of the Transformers One mainline figures.
That's so nice. Oh, that's so nice. I love that. Good. That's nice. See, okay, this is what I know. Big bad company, bad, but I feel like Hasbro is kind of not as bad as say like other big bad companies because like Hasbro they have these live streams and the designers are like at least for Transformers, the designers are just so
Yeah,
passionate about the products they're making. Like they pull out the most oddball people ever, right?
yeah.
And they give him like a mainline figure. Like, can you believe that we have a fucking Voyager class Silverbolt on the shelf? Like, what? That's crazy. Voyager class Silverbolt is on the shelf next to fucking who's another random guy? Help me out here. Help me out here.
Fuck.
I'm thinking. I'm trying to look at my collection.
Cybertron Starscream.
Cybertron Starscream. Yeah. Like I never thought we'd see that design again, right? Like Cybertron Starscream. What the hell? By the way, I probably need to buy that figure. I should do like a Starscream,
really good.
like a Starscream banger episode where it's just like 3 Starscreams that I'll slap.
Which is funny because a lot of the recent Starscreams have slapped.
Dude, oh my god. I don't care what anyone tells me. I love the Coronation Starscream. That figure slaps. I love the Gamer Edition Starscream. Shit slaps. And the Cybertron Starscream, I messed with a little bit at your house. Good shit. Armada Starscream, I can take it or leave it. He's not that great. Okay.
He got hit by QC pretty bad.
I know I said that the last one would be the last topic, but I have one more thing I wanted to talk about earlier. Gamer Edition. How do we feel about it? How do we feel about the potential Gamer Edition Bruticus? This is a potential thing.
Honestly,
What do we think about it?
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really
I'm
not.
looking forward to it. Well, have you seen a different person that I'm not going to name just in case
The other guy.
has posted a video on the Gamer Edition Ratchet.
I have
Yeah,
seen the Ratchet. The Ratchet looks good.
It looks so good.
But like, dude, if they do a combiner, we're gonna have like 4 deluxes that are all gonna fucking suck, and then like 1 commander class or something. I don't know. I'm really worried.
Okay, so you say that like it's a guarantee.
It's not a guarantee. They could do some weird shit, but that's most likely. And I'm just concerned at what they're gonna go down because like you've seen Barricade.
We've had a pretty decent Voyager, 2 pretty shitty deluxe.
Hold on. Names with the names. I want names.
Okay, Optimus.
Good.
Pretty
That's a good figure.
Voyager.
Oh my god, have you seen the fucking 2-pack with the Siege Megatron, the old rivals or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
Dude, I might have to buy that because that looks good shit right there. That's good shit.
Yeah.
But there's Optimus.
The Optimus, good. The fucking Barricade and
Awful.
Random Grunt. Oh yeah, bad.
They're the same figure, right?
It's just with slight retools.
Here, if you say the Bumblebee Cliff Jumper is good, I'm ending the podcast.
I was gonna say it's alright.
It
sure.
sucks, dude. I was literally transforming it last night, and I was fucking throwing it across my room.
Yeah, dog, that's literally a skill issue.
No, it's not. That transformation sucks. It keeps falling apart, and it's a piece of shit. I hate it. I actually hate that fucking thing.
If I can do it in 25 seconds
fuck
and you can't, then
Shut
you
up.
suck.
You're wrong. Everyone's going to agree with me. Leave it down in the comments. We love you if you made it this far, by the way. But everyone leave in the comments
now.
Shut
I'll
up.
love you extra if you
No,
say
you won't.
agree
No, you
with
won't.
me.
No, you won't. No, you won't. You don't care. You don't care about them. You don't love them like I do, okay? I birthed them.
Shit, man,
I birthed them. They're my gamers. They're my
Okay.
little gamers,
Okay.
okay? I took them to the freak
man.
off. Shut up. Shut up.
Okay, man.
Shut up.
You-
Those
you know,
figures are awful. I fucking hate both of them. They suck. They're worse than... They're literally some of the worst toys I've ever played with. They fucking suck. I hate them. End of the story. They suck. Okay. Starscream's really good.
Real issue. Yeah.
Starscream's good. Megatron is mid. I kind of like. I kind of like the way he
other than the
transforms.
tabs,
I kind of like
other
the way
than
he
the tabs,
transforms.
which are a legitimate issue, I think he's just all right.
I don't really like his proportions though. I feel like he's too skinny. Like, I was watching.
I can understand
I
that.
watched some Johnny Flash the other night. If you know who that is.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out.
know.
He did that one funny skit with the Dinobot Park. Bro, Megatron is fucking gigantic in that game. I'm like, what's going
also
on with this
short.
toy? Why is this toy so short and gangly and gross? And of course, he who shall not be named likes that.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ratchet's good. Sideswipe.
Oh, dude, I fucking forgot about Sideswipe.
Exactly. All right, that summarizes Sideswipe. So
I mean,
I'm cautiously optimistic.
He looks fun.
I'm cautiously optimistic for the Gamerverse. What a
I feel like
fucking stupid name.
the figures are like 25% bad, 30% good, and then the rest are just mid.
I wouldn't say that, but I would say probably like a lot bad. I feel like half of them suck. It's like half of them suck, and then the other half are like tolerable. Not even tolerable, like good.
Well, also, you say like half of them suck, but that's also just because of 2 repaints.
That's Barricade, Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, the SWAT, whatever the fuck his name is, and Megatron to an extent.
Oh, so you like Bumblebee, huh?
I put Bumblebee on that list, motherfucker. I said
only heard you say Cliff
Bumblebee.
Jumper.
I said Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, Barricade, and the Decepticon Soldier, and the fucking Megatron to an extent. So,
Okay, no, the fuck you did not.
Yes, I did.
Bumblebee.
Fuck you. I'm ending this podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, guys. We'll see you in the next episode.
Tell him he's a
Boom.
poopy head.
No, you're a poopy head.